Ni hao.
You guys ready for this? Welcome, everyone, to the roast of Jason Kaufman. I will be your host today. The little guy's younger, bigger brother, Michael. Linz, don't think you're getting out of this one. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the parents of the couple, on Lindsay's side, Donna and Michael, and on Jay's side, Mom and Dad, for footing the bill and making this magical day a possibility. It's not like big shot real estate mogul over there can afford all this. Also, I'd like to thank friends and family from all over the country for coming down here today and celebrating with us. And lastly, I'd like to thank the lovely couple for trusting me with such an important responsibility. I would not have been my first choice, but I'll have to do, I guess. And to Michael, Dad, Grandpa, and all other fathers, happy Father's Day. Now let me say a few words about the bride. Jay and Linz have been going out for a long time now, so I've seen Linz in all states, sober, drunk, so tired that she acts drunk. Like when the family came to visit me in Shanghai, and we went to the most amazing acrobat show, and Linz fell asleep 10 minutes in. After one crazy stunt, I look over because, she's kind of quiet, so I look over to her, and her eyes are rolling to the back of her head, some drool's coming out of her mouth, she's nodding up. But in whatever state she's in, she's the best. And like I said, she's been with the Kaufman family for many years, but now it is official. Welcome to the family, Linz. It's great to have you. And then to the groom and family. Jay being the eldest, it must have been very difficult to handle the burden of seeing his younger sister's basketball skills far exceed his at such an early age. But I guess, over time he did get that brown belt in karate. Sensei. There are many stories of those two growing up, and of Les, the little China doll, the little kitten who, when angry, turned into a ferocious mountain lioness. So I guess over the years, Jay, he had enough bumps and bruises dealt at the hands of Les, and so he turned on the smaller and easier game, me, and I would unleash the fish face of fury and attack mercilessly with my gorilla fists. But being 5 years old, couldn't do much damage, and so they would both laugh even harder, and I would get angrier. Jay in his teens, he went through that phase where he despises his family, like everyone else, and so he missed out on some amazing trips to Europe and to South America, to name two. But when he was 15, he did come with us to Disney World, and hated every second of it. That was actually when, before we left, my sister, Les, broke my big toe, and so I was confined to a wheelchair the entire time we were there. I didn't really need a wheelchair. I could have used crutches, but, my mom, seeing an opportunity to take advantage of a child's pain and agony, was like, let's throw him into a wheelchair and we'll cut all the lines. When I first hurt my toe, obviously I sought the help of my loving father. So I hobbled over to him, and in usual fashion, he told me to take some Advil and put ice on it, and I'd be fine in the morning. But no, Dad, that combination doesn't heal broken bones. I don't know if you've all seen the Chris Rock stand-up with his one bit about Robitussin, but yeah, Advil and ice is my dad's Robitussin. It heals everything. Magically. But, in his defense, I guess it's kind of difficult believing that his child's injury is that severe when he had to raise Leslie. Many years ago, we went on a family skiing trip, and she still to this day tells us that she really broke her leg.
I really did.
And yet she was able to walk and pick up the crutches that she demanded. But it's alright. But all three of us growing up, we all had to handle the smile of death, courtesy of Mama Bear. She will show all of you what I mean after the speech. Terrifying smile. Terrifying. But in all seriousness, I've always looked up to Jay, and I consider myself very lucky to have such a loving and supportive brother. In good times and bad, he's always been there for me. He's given me advice in all areas, from school to work, the ladies, as you can see, luckily for me. And growing up, he paved the road for me, so my parents were never as hard on me as they were on him, also luckily for me. When we were younger and I was smaller, he lifted me up by my underwear. Thanks for helping, Mom. But he also lifted me from innocence into ZBT, his fraternity, when I was 13 years old, and showed me the ropes of Greek life, if you will. It goes without saying that I decided that night my future lay in Ann Arbor, Michigan, at the University of Michigan. What else is there to say about Jay, except that, he's my advisor, my guru, my confidant, but best of all, my brother. So I think I bored you all enough and wasted enough of your time, so please, everyone, join me. Raise a glass. To a toast to the beautiful bride and the decently looking groom. Mazel tov.